So, welcome back, Blessed Tribe. I am in between speaking with my Blessed Tribe members, having life coaching sessions, and it has been very draining but also rewarding doing God's work in the kingdom. It is hard work. And like I said, I thought I got into coaching to help other people, but it has phenomenally been changing my life. And I wanted to thank everybody who has sown a seed into my life, who has agreed to make me their coach, and I am honored. But I wanted to get on to share today that when you are stepping forth and doing things that is going to be elevating your future, that is going to be creating more peace for your home, for your spirituality, for your storehouse, yourself, your heart, your mind, your body, your spirit, all of that. The devil knows that you're making these changes, and God will also send us a test. And it's not to destroy us or to get us off our beaten path, but I think it's more of a, let me see how dedicated you are to this thing that you say you want, this thing that you say you're doing for the kingdom, the thing that you say you are going to not let anything taint it, far as using, any type of outside sources that are not of the kingdom, any type of lying, any type of cheating, anything that's dishonest, anything like that. Things are going to come your way where that you have to make a choice. And even setting boundaries, you're going to see that old friends are going to try to enter back into your life that were unhealthy at one point. You're going to see where people are going to begin to talk about you in a negative way because you're making positive changes and doing the things and changing the things that you need to do to be a better person in the kingdom, for God, for your kids, for your husband, for yourself. So I do want to remind you that these things are going to come and that you need to be prepared. And the way to be prepared is to make sure you get into a daily devotion with God, a meditation, a prayer, some sort of journaling, so that you can put these things on the outside of yourself, so that you can say, hey, I know I deal with anger issues. I know I deal with, being promiscuous or things like that. So when these things come to your front door, you can say, you know what, I already know what this is. I'm working on not even doing it anymore. I'm working on no longer drinking. I'm working on no longer smoking. I'm working on, not inviting any negativity or participation in any gossip on the work place with your family, with your friends. And it's so tempting for these things just to happen when you're not really even paying attention. They just kind of like slip in through the cracks, and hit before you know it, you're back doing those old things over and over again. I guess this is what people call backsliding. So prepare yourself to know that when you make one step forward and say you're going to start that business, you're going to no longer invite depression and anxiety and wearation into your life. When you make those steps, depression, stress, anxiety, things like that are going to come. But make sure that you are jotting down how to combat those things. Make sure you got some scriptures lined up to say, hey, you are not below, you are above. You are not a borrower, you are a lender. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. Things like, God's people have the authority and boldness like a lion. Things like that. You need to make sure you have those words on your heart. And God know you're not going to get it perfect. You're not going to get it right, but he know when you're trying. So when you're trying, just know that things are going to come. You're not going to be able to be perfect, but you have to make sure that you're staying on your good beaten path. And it's all up to you. So don't let other people think that just because they have something to say that you have to stop doing the things that are bettering yourself. I see a lot of similarities in coaching sessions where people are saying, well, people are treating me different because now I'm loving on myself more. People are treating you different because you have allowed them to treat you poorly for a very, very long time. And the same people who are upset, those are the people who have benefited from you not having boundaries, you allowing people to talk to you crazy, you allowing people to use the wrong tone that's not appropriate for a child. You have allowed people to do these things, and it's because you didn't know who you were. You were not confident. You were not secure in who you are. You were not aware of what God say you are and who he said you are and all the authority you have. You were sitting back waiting for somebody else to tell you what to do. You were sitting back waiting for somebody else to tell you how beautiful you are. You are sitting back waiting for somebody else to run your life when you are in control of your life. So just know that when hardships come, it's not because you're doing the wrong thing. It's actually because you're doing the right thing. So you may be serviced an eviction notice. You may be serviced, hey, you've been on this job for 10 years. We no longer need you. Your position has dissolved. Our relationship has dissolved. You may get a disconnection notice with your phone, with your electricity, or, somebody may knock on the door and say, we need to come in here and examine your home for your kids. The devil will use any tactic. So don't be surprised when people start acting crazy and then they try to then turn it around on you and say, well, all of a sudden we think you're crazy. No, no. Stay focused on what you got going on. Still plow forward to get your business out there, because had I not started my coaching business, it's no telling how many women would have been tied up and still left in bondage, or just didn't have the tools that they need to be able to have self-confidence, to be able to post on their channel every day, to be able to see their communities that they're serving, not being able to do their mentorship programs that they have because they're so depressed. So we're all connected. Like I always say, we are connected. So everybody that's in the Blessed Tribe, make sure that you keep plowing forward. Don't give up. Latoya, she charged all of us to get in the Bible and figure out, what do God say about us? So that's been my study on today, just trying to figure out, what does the Bible say I am? Who does the Bible say I'm all about? What kind of confidence do I have? Not what I think in my mind, but what does the word actually say? And to go back and just do a quick little search about, what the Bible actually says is really awakening another depth inside of me of, I have more to me than just what's on the outside, what meets the eye. I have a resiliency, I have a confidence, I have all those things, but so do you. We all have them. So just because people may not appreciate the new person that you're becoming, just because people may not understand why you may sow into a life coach, because people may not be on that same path, they may not be on that same courtship with themselves and with God. You have to stay focused on what you got going on. And when these tests come, because you can't be on here. I'm just speaking for myself. Like, I can't be on here and say, well, I have confidence, I set boundaries, and I won't tolerate this, and I won't tolerate that. And then God never tests me. So everything that you're speaking about or that you're writing about to say you want to do, if you want to be a homeowner, God's going to say, okay, are you going to go out to eat 25 times this month? Or are you going to cook in and save that money and put towards clearing some of your debt? You have to challenge yourself. And God is also going to be challenging you to make sure that you are prepared for that thing that you say you want. He's just not going to give us all these blessings in the kingdom because we will squander them away. We will make a mockery of the kingdom if we're not mentally prepared to be able to handle the things that we're requesting. So make sure that you are staying of good and courage. Make sure that you are only connecting yourself with honest things. Anything that's dishonest, anything that's a scheme, that's a scam, God see that, and he don't like that. You can't bring that stuff into the kingdom and think that it's going to prosper. And it may prosper for this amount of time, a very short period of time, but it's not going to prosper for long. So make sure that anything that people bring your way, any resources that they say they got for your business, for your kids, for your marriage, for yourself, anything you get from a thrift shop or anything, make sure that before you bring it into your house, you have prayed about it. You know that this thing is of good measure. You know that somebody has sown into you from a good place. Pray often, get up early in the morning and speak with God, get in a shower with God. Let the Holy Spirit speak through you so you can make the best moves for you and your family. And when tests come, just know that it's because you took the first step. And I'll tell all of my coaching, Blessed Tribe members, when you take that first step, know that hell noticed that you took that step. Hell will get nervous when you make that step because they know that first step in a made up mind is a dangerous thing. Because once you get in a room with people like myself and other kingdom members who are doing coaching, mine is all about mental health and wellness, but other people may be about fitness. Some people may be about entrepreneurship, the business component. There's different coaches to coach you through to get you to your next level. And I just was listening to somebody earlier. I think he was on T.D. Jakes. I think his name was Henry. No, John. Maybe John Henry or something. But he was so powerful. He was a guest preacher at the Potter's House. And he was basically just saying, when he graduated from his HBCU university, he got a job with the county. And that stood out for me because when I graduated from an HBCU, I also got a job with the county. And he said that, like, when you sit on those jobs, just like Latoya talked about, when she sat on her job, she knew God was whispering to her, there's more, there's more, there's more. So whatever job you're on, I know God is whispering to you, there's more, there's more, there's more. But you do have to get your plan in place. You do have to write your vision and make it plain to figure out what he has for you. And once you take that first step to figuring it out and discovering your gift and walking into your full authority, setting standards, setting boundaries, letting people know they can't walk all over top of you like they've been doing. Certain things will not hold up. And if they do, there are continuing to happen. Your spirit won't even be at rest. You'll notice your spirit will just be, it'll just be kind of at an idle state. It won't rest. So in order to get that rest in the kingdom, put all of your faith, your safety, all of your resources in the kingdom and let God let you know what to do with them. Don't go off of your own accord because it will not work in your favor for an extended period of time. So I wanted to encourage you on today, if depression is something you suffer with, if anxiety is something you suffer with, it's coming back. Just because you are working on it and you have it at a good level where you can manage it, things like that you suffer with, or lack of setting boundaries, letting those old friends back in when all they do is talk about you and tell your business. Things like that, they're going to keep coming to test to make sure that you're still on that step of pressing forward and denying anything in your life that no longer serves you. So continue to cut those umbilical cords. Get with the coach that is like specific for you, somebody that speaks to you. So if I'm your person, I do have my email available. Make sure that you are, taking that first step. Make sure that you are getting in rooms and in conversation with people who are on a positive journey, people that want to sow into you. Stop attaching yourself to people that you got to, suck life back into. You got to put them on the breathing machine every time you talk to them. That person is toxic. Nobody should be calling you every time that you talk to them. They are on life support, needing resources, needing time, needing energy, draining you dry. Don't let people continue to use your gift like that. Get with other people who want to give you light, who want to help you elevate yourself and sow positivity into you. So I'm going to stop going on and on, but I do wanted to jump on to encourage you guys today. When you take that first step, when you know who God say you is, when you are, staying on your good path, know that when the negativity come or when things come to get you distracted, they're just a test. So don't get defeated by the test. Keep plowing through, and God will see you through to the end. God bless.